Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers. Welcome back to Spade Gals Productions game and boxing channel with me, Jake Spins, who also owns and creates all the original content that I possibly can, such as vlogs and script stories like Girl Cyclones, Quincore Florali, and just anything on Spade Gals Original. And today, we are going to be playing some Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. As you can see right now, the world is upside down because we have a new layout and we actually have quite a lot to talk about. But before we jump into this, a few things. Like this Splatoon 2 event, we have the first anniversary event, and in that we have the flower event, which finished up, so I'll show the pictures right now. Alright, cool. And then there is the fact that I never was able to complete the hard missions, and sorry if my commentary is a little weird right now because I'm tired and I just sat and watched a lot of discussions after writing and, well, discussions and videos, learning about certain things and finding out quite a bit. But this new layout is actually due to the fact that I wanted to do it for a while, which is why I replaced it, because it has been a year since this playthrough's been going on, and even though it's coming around to the end, I felt that it was time to actually use this. You guys will probably see this in the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival videos that me and my sister have done, and it would probably be before this. Now, what's going on right now, I believe, is a gyroid event? I think? And for some reason, for the flower event, they took the flowers, too, but not the seeds. Yeah, they took the flowers. I don't understand why, because they've never done that in any event, but Isabelle was just like, I'm gonna take your flowers along with the butterflies, and I was like, but what about for trade fodder? Even though I did spend all 200 of the red ones that I had, and oh my god, Sandy. I just got a glimpse of Sandy right there. Like, just in the background, just being like, I am on the carriage. Oh my god, I forgot I gave her that outfit. Just a gentle reminder that that happened last episode. Also, 2 days left for the Rosie's Popstar cookie. I'm not interested in it. I mean, it has some cool stuff, but I'm not interested in it. I'm waiting for the Switch cookie. We've got 5 items that I still need to get, and I don't think I'll be able to get everything, but I'm going to try. And also, of course, with every Gyro event, and I really hate this, but there are things to buy with Leaf tickets. Don't know if I will get everything, but that rainbow dress is kind of cool. But at the same time, I prefer the blue one. So it's like, by this point, do I even want to spend those Leaf tickets? Because I have events that I don't have 100% anyway. But I feel like the first thing we're going to do, I've seen this outfit a lot, I do like it, but every single time I'm like, we're going to change Magenta's outfit, and then I forget about it. And it's an episode tradition, and I somehow always just entirely forget about it, as I just said. But let's see. So, for anybody wondering, I never actually showed this off, but this was actually the last shirt in the entire game that we actually needed to get. And, I mean, we've done a few outfits with, like, pants and stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe the skirt, the dress could be kind of cool. I mean, that one outfit, though? Like, yes, I forgot there was a tail with that. I don't know. I feel like there's just so much potential in outfits in this game, but I just don't know what to do, because there is so much in here, but I'm like, I never know what I want to do, because I'm just like, I honestly, I don't know. I'll cut to when I actually have an outfit, though. Alrighty, there we go. I came up with an outfit. Sorry about that. I even woke my dog up a little bit because he's just lying over there. And he's been staring at me the whole time. Why are you staring at my soul? Why? I'm doing a recording. Stop staring at my soul. Yeah, you can actually see him right now. He's right here. He's right here. Yeah. See, he's a real guy. He's a real guy right here. Anyway, though. And now he's just staring at me. Why are you staring at me? Why are you staring at me? I'm recording. And I let you out. I literally just let you out. Yes, I did. Sorry about that, guys. I feel like it was a little bit hard to focus and concentrate on commentary. And I was like, why am I tripping up on my words so much? And I realized it's because for like a good literally almost 10 minutes... the dog's been sitting over there and just staring me down. But anyway, though, we do actually have a new outfit, and there's my confidence. It's back. Probably because I don't feel uncomfortable now. I was ignoring it, but... but I went with kind of a star theme. I gave her a star hairpin. I gave her a nice little star shirt, some dress pants. I even used the striped socks right there to give a nice extra detail of a stripe on the toe, which I think is really adorable. Anyway, though, let's go into seeing if there's any cookie. Because if Rosie's cookie is actually in the bell spot, I will buy it. I am kind of crossing my fingers that once the Switch one does happen, that we'll be able to buy that one, and then we'll get a new one, and we won't have to worry about it, because we have so many bells that it doesn't have to matter, and I've literally so many days in a row. It's been over a week since I've actually had a bell special cookie, and it's kind of weird. I usually by this point I at least see one of each new cookie, and I haven't seen one of the Isabelle cookie yet, which is kind of strange. I have gotten the library one before, and there we go, security tea, because you have to feel secure. And speaking of feeling secure, Deadpool is a very secure person, and you know who plays Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds. And you know what else Ryan Reynolds does? He talks as Detective Pikachu. Ah, look at that! What a clean transition! I don't even know how that was so clean to just bring up Detective Pikachu. Because there's a new trailer for Detective Pikachu. Oh my god, that's crazy! I can't believe it just randomly popped out into the air and was just so natural and totally not forced whatsoever. But there was actually a new Detective Pikachu trailer that came out. And it's very interesting, because I saw the preview, you know, I saw the image before, because it was being shared around, and I was just like, this literally looks like somebody put on a costume, and I can just see the eye holes, and it looks really weird. And I was so scared, because I was actually kind of excited for this, but it looks like a spoof right now. And then I actually clicked on it, And I was so much happier because I actually got to see it. And it was kind of like the Winnie the Pooh movie, you know? You have the cartoon and the not furry at all. And then the live action one, they actually made like a stuffed animal as Winnie the Pooh and the rest of the characters, and then animated them in the thing. It's CGI, which is what they did here, and it's pretty cool because it actually looks great. People are freaking out about Jigglypuff having fur though, which, I mean, it looks cute. I feel like it looks okay. Like, it doesn't look fantastic, but it looks okay. What looks weird though is Psyduck. If you have not gone and looked at Psyduck, he literally looks traumatized in the one frame. He looks so terrifying because he has the tiny little pupils, and then he just it's creepy. I'm fine with Charizard, even though he's like all scaly and actually like slightly terrifying to some people, but he's not to me in the movie. And then Mr. Mime, like, I've never been okay with him, but in the movie I'm actually okay with him because he seems more comedic than creepy, the way they played him off in the trailer, and I found myself liking him, which is weird because I completely hate Mr. Mime as a Pokemon. No offense to the Pokemon Company or the original 151, I just don't like Mr. Mime, and I'm sorry, it's true. The truth is out there. Just like how people are freaking out that everybody's reacting to Detective Pikachu. There's so much Pokemon stuff going on in November. And it's November 12th, 2018, by the way. But as I was saying, it's the same day that they released a teaser trailer for Toy Story 4, which Toy Story 4 actually looks... It looks like Toy Story 3 in the teaser, except the only difference in the teaser was that they had a spork that was having an existential crisis, where it was going around in a circle with all the toys, and then he was like, I'm not a toy. I'm not a toy. I'm not a toy! And then he just, like, flailed around and, like, ran away. He's got, like, pipe cleaners as arms and a face. It's literally a spork. And I'm like, it's an interesting character, but why is there a spork that's, like, running around like, I'm not a toy? Is it supposed to kind of just, like, you know, be this kind of message? This PSA, I think that's what it's called. My brain is derping. But, like, the sporks aren't toys? Like, just to let the children know, if you see a spork, don't glue googly eyes on it. Use it to eat. Like, I don't know what exactly they were going for, other than telling us that it was next summer. And it's funny because we got an actual trailer for Detective Pikachu, but just a teaser for Toy Story 4. But I knew about Toy Story 4 coming out because they already told us that it was a thing that was going to happen. Or at least I heard from somewhere that it was something that was happening. So I was like, oh, okay, well, this came out. So it being like, hey, Toy Story 4 exists. I'm like, okay, I mean, that's cool. I already knew that. And now all we know about it is that there's a spork. I don't know. I don't understand it. But I mean, we're gonna hear more about it because it was a teaser trailer, whereas the rest of it, or Detective Pikachu, was an actual legitimate trailer. But it looks really good, and I was just like, I don't know. I got through like 5 minutes of the game and then just found myself not very interested. Granted, I do eventually need to pick it back up. I wanted it mostly because of the amiibo. And it was a gift. So I should give it more time to play it because I do actually want to give it more time. I always like to give more time for this stuff to give it a fair shot. And I don't feel like I've done that for Detective Pikachu. And the game's plot didn't seem too interesting to me, the way they laid it out. but the way they laid it out in the trailer, and it never did for the original trailers for me either, which, that's the thing to understand. When I see this 2-minute movie trailer, and I'm instantly like, this is such a better plot for a movie. Like, they could have sincerely just made a movie, and I feel like maybe they should have. They threw Pink Gold Peach out there randomly for no apparent reason, so it's not like they couldn't have just put out a Detective Hat on Pikachu with no context and been like, hey, look at this, Ryan Reynolds is a talking Pikachu. And I feel like people would have been like, oh, okay. You know, they would have been fine with having no context for that because they made context. But, you know, the game is out there and we got an amiibo for it, which is pretty cool. But I never gave it the light of day. But, as I said, the movie, it just has a way more interesting plot. And something that also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I watched Wreck-It Ralph recently again. I was talking about that, I think, last episode, where I said that I wanted to watch Wreck-It Ralph again because the second movie is coming out. And firstly, I didn't realize that there was actually a few more Sonic cameos than I initially realized, which is actually kind of cool. Because I had only seen it once, so it was my second time seeing the movie. And for Wreck-It Ralph 2, I like the idea. Don't get me wrong, I've said the whole entire time that I'm super hyped for the idea. But I'm nervous a little bit. And I understand why they're branching out this way, because they're able to use Disney IPs now. They won't have to license as many characters to actually make the movie. And it's, you know who Wreck-It is. You know who Vanellope is. You know these characters, so you don't need as much cameo in there as of, outside sources. And going into the internet, you now have that kind of source where it's like, here we go. But I'm a little nervous just because it's supposed to be set in a video game world, and the plot is still about a video game and video games and a video game world, but I'm excited for the fact that I think it's going to be a great movie, but as a sequel to, as a stepping off point to the next movie in Wreck-It Ralph, I feel a little weird about it just for the fact that you have that video game world set up, and I don't know how they're going to initially play it. And I think the reason I'm nervous about it is just because I'm like, is it going to change slowly where they have... Maybe this should just be called Fred's episode. But, oh my god, my thought process. Okay, all I wanted to say was that I don't know if it's going to be, A, how video game centered is it going to be? But B, is it going to jump off into the third movie and be like, hey, these characters originated in video games, but now it doesn't have anything to do with video games for the most part. And that's kind of worrying. But at the same time, I think what they're actually going to do is they're going to jump into the idea of PC gaming and, actual, website gaming. I think that's more so what they're going to do, and it's going to be a hodgepodge mixture. And of course, we don't know if there would be a third one. The other reason why I stopped walking and talking is because you might remember the brake tabber. I showed it once, maybe twice. To be able to get more in the catalog, and I did get all the clothes from it. To be able to do this, you have to get 15,000 for the furniture. Now, because we have exactly the amount, I won't actually go and play this to show you as a reminder. It is a way to get rid of your friend powder, and I never had to restock on it because of how much I had built up. I had over 3,000, but that shows you how long it took and how much it took, and it goes faster. I had to grind, and it took like a good 3-day grind to get to this point. My little trick is go for a certain character. I went for Giovanni the first few times, and it just kind of stuck. If you are going to go for Giovanni, you want to go and basically you want to click on it, the one before that you want. So for Giovanni, you want to click Mabel, then you'll get him. Then you want to click Isabel, and then you want to click Tom Nook. And the reason you want to do something like that is because then you can remember and you can get that muscle memory. And when it's only 5, you can literally do it in like 1, 2, or 3 rounds of it just spinning and just move on and go from there. And then 30 becomes a breeze, and 50 never really became easy. It was kind of just an on-off thing. And I can see how many big wins we got, but I don't think it's really a big deal. Anyway, though, I figured I would save this for this whole entire thing, and I don't know if my theory of if you are at 0, if you get less big chances for the caps, I don't know if that's a thing, but either way, we now own the OK Motors sign, and you have 3 trades a day. So we now have the OK Motors sign, and now, probably not going to be a very big production, but we now own the Giovanni statue. So if there's anybody... Oh my god, that's so ugly. The face is like a 2D texture. Okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything great. It looks okay. It's just... It wasn't worth the time. Don't do it. I don't know why. If you enjoy that brake tapper, anything like that, then sure. Hey, are you going after my high score or what, kid? You're making me sweat here. Well, I'm always here, you know. You know the drill. Come back when you get even more caps. There is no text. I was like, maybe there will be text once you get the Giovanni statue. No. And I've been very vocal. I've been very open about being like, I don't see any point in the RV. There's no point. It's just a really small space that you can't do anything with. I don't feel like there's any reason to upgrade it. And in a sense, sure. I can understand why you'd want to upgrade it for the sense of maybe you want to make like a small gaming room. Because you can do that. And it would be a separate space. But I don't really... Like, I've never changed anything about the RV. And I don't see any point to. And the brake tapper, again, unless you're going for the catalog, I feel like there's not really any point in doing it. And I don't feel any better for doing it. So now that the garden event is done, though, I am going to go back to my goal of getting the Flora clothing, which means that we have 9 clothes left to get. It is going to be very hard for other stuff. I mean, my goal is initially right now going to be the clothes. I don't think I'll get all the flower furniture, though, because, again, that's a lot of grinding, and I don't want to go through that. And it might seem a little silly after going through all that brake tapper stuff, but I mean, I'll casually go through it, but I think by the point that I'd be able to do that, it would be done. It would be over. I mean, we're 8 levels to 100, which you can see in the other ones when I got, like, really into doing this, and there was event stuff going on all the time, to where I was super interested in it, and it had to do with helping people. My level would skyrocket from episode to episode, but it's probably only jumped, like, 1 or 2 levels since last episode. But anyway, we had a lot to talk about. I swear, there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about, and I just filled it in with Wreck-It Ralph, because I couldn't remember what it was. I will say, though, before I do the character stuff, and if this hasn't been uploaded yet, I will cut this out. If not, it will stay in, though. I made a custom amiibo, and that custom amiibo so happens to be Sable. I made it for my sister, and if you want to see the reaction for that, as well as how I made the amiibo, it wasn't very hard because you really just need paint. You could use clay if you really wanted to, if you wanted to get rid of certain things as well, but it is possible to do with just an X-Acto knife. Or, without an X-Acto knife, just paint. That's what I was trying to say. So if you want to check that out, definitely make sure to. It's not perfect. It's my first one that I've ever done. But if you want to see that and my sister do action, definitely make sure to check that out. Anyway, though, before we end the episode, of course, we have to do the honorary going through, kicking somebody out of the house, unfortunately, and just changing somebody's clothes. I feel like we should go on, changing somebody's clothes first instead of kicking somebody out. I mean, this is usually what we do. But let's change your outfit, Maple. Let's make you a maple leaf. I don't actually know if there is a maple leaf one in here, but I feel like poncho would make sense. I feel like I would like that more if it didn't kind of just blend in with her skin. But maybe I'll keep it anyway. Why not? Oh, I could have done the Cappy Mario outfit. Well, what's done is done. Let's give her a polka dot beret because we can. Because why not? And I don't think she really needs anything else. Because we could give her glasses, but, outfit's silly. It doesn't match or make sense whatsoever. But when do my outfits in this game ever make sense? Also, kind of hoping this ends up being a feature in the Switch, too. Because this is a fun thing. And duplicate stuff and, getting clothes and stuff is a little ridiculous. Sometimes. But I would kind of hope that, maybe what they could do is that the characters that do move out, they could have a building. Like some kind of like a mini section to the museum of like mannequins with the outfits of the characters that moved out. So if you made like an outfit, they can have like, they can return that and go to the original outfit palette or whatever. But, but then they can have that subsection to where you can view all of the characters' outfits. That'd be really cool. Granted, they don't move out that often if you play a lot, but it depends on how you do it. Also, sorry, Meringue, we are actually going to send you home. I'm sorry. I wanted to get you to level 25, but I don't want to get rid of Sandy because, A, we're actually upgrading the coal tent, which I don't think I actually... I unveiled it, but I never actually went back and, yep, never did. And I forgot to. I was supposed to do that like a day ago, but I was distracted with something, so god dang it. It's okay, it's just gonna take a day more, and that actually means we only, after upgrading this all the way, only would need like 5 left. So that's kind of cool. And then we have the carriage over there. But anyway, though, we need to move in somebody, and once they're moved in, we get to leave the episode off and say a nice hearty goodbye with a nice friendly handshake. I think those are supposed to be reversed. But my brain isn't working, so, I guess the last thing I could mention, because we're basically done by this point, is that my dad actually had the computer brought in. Or, not brought in, but we had it go to the computer guy, and through doing that, we ended up getting it upgraded, and apparently it can do more stuff with gaming. And we have every expansion of The Sims on there, so I'm gonna actually test pretty soon if you know, if I can get OBS on there, which obviously I can, but if I do that, is The Sims actually going to run really good with every expansion back on there, but also, can it run and record at the same time? Because if I can do that, maybe I'll make a Sims playthrough. I was thinking about getting the console one and doing that, and I mean, with all the games coming out, it is going to be a little weird, but at the same time, these last couple of months, I do enjoy being able to just get the games out and, you know, being able to say, I finished Super Mario Party in a month on my channel. For the most part, except for, like, Partner Party. But the general stuff, I finished that in a month. And I finished Sonic and Black Knight in... Well, I would have finished it in a month. Or at least a little over a month. But stuff happened. And, you know, being able to have that done. But Smash is going to be a big game. Let's Go is going to be a big game. And I feel like if I just did that just straight... just buttering the toast, it's going to get a little bland. So I want to actually mix some content in there so that you guys don't get bored and so that I don't get bored. Because obviously I won't get bored of playing the games. I really don't think. Maybe Let's Go, but it would be a while till that happened, to be honest with you. But editing-wise, I got kind of bored of Odyssey. So, which is unfortunate. Anyway, though, that's going to end it for this episode of this, this, oh my god, I can't speak. It's a problem. Okay, and I only have 5, so it doesn't matter. But that's going to end it off for this episode of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. Share this out with everybody you know and love, brother, mother, sister, father, Iguana. And let me know which episode was actually your favorite in the series, as well as your favorite outfit. I'm curious. You can let me know in the comments. And we did have a lot to talk about today. Do I feel more awake? Not really. But, I got this done. So, that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to see what Fred was barking about. Probably a male person, because that's usually who he barks at. And then I'm going to check Sims 4 for testing stuff. No promises. No promises. But it might be a weekly series. Like how Pocket Camp was supposed to be, but then stuff happened with Pocket Camp. And then that slot just kind of got overrun and just non-existent. Anyway, though, I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep your toes safe. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, you can go to the right of the screen to find more SGP videos, as well as some SGO videos, and to the left, you can find the subscription button for SGP and SGO. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye!